Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. All right, it feels like it's been a million years since I've recorded a reading. It's only been a couple days, but my goodness. The life is just so busy and so quick. Isn't it? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I feel like time has quickened just immensely in the last couple years. So it is so nice to be here with you, Cancer. I'm glad that I'm returning and you are my first reading. I know that I'm safe with you. You all are some of my favorite people in the whole world. You know, of course, I'm married to a Cancer. So let's get started with this thing. We have the Six of Discs energy. We are in a place of potentiality, right? Lots of options. Lots of good options. Lots of options that are going to lead you. I'm not gonna say it's like the promised land, right? But it is a place of abundance. You have the opportunity to create success. The universe is smiling upon you. And now, classic Cancer, we must invoke that Chariot, right? We have to get going on that work. Nothing else matters right now. Because there's an energy of success. There is, and here's the deal. I know in the comments sometimes I see people say, and this was maybe upside down. I don't read things inverted. I just don't. Everything is, in my opinion, in my humble, unlearned opinion, is that everything is fractal, and therefore we don't need to read it in an inverted, because the light aspect or the day side aspect or the whatever positive part of the card is fully woven with the opposite. Okay. It is a spectrum. It is shifting. It looks like many different things. All of these archetypes. So I don't read inverted. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, I don't know where I was going before that. I lost my train of thought. I got into my own way. Here's the other part of being here with me at Ula. I forgot to look for my stick. Oh, I see it. I don't want to knock it. Okay, we did that. You're going to see my hair maybe. I don't know. Let's see. I see you. There you are. Okay. It's a little bit of a mess over here sometimes. Full ADHD diagnosed. Also on the spectrum. And just also goofy, right? I'm just a silly girl. Silly lady, silly grandma. So I'm not a grandma yet, but I feel like I should be in that. I'm like, baby, I am knocking at that. Like if there was a hut, a yurt, a universal yurt full of all of those who pass into the crone era of their life. I'm at the door banging on it like the freaking, they're like the big bad wolf is out there. No, just let me in. I need to be in there. That's where I belong. I've been a crone since I was born. But yeah, silly crone lady. So let's see. Now, if you want to like, subscribe, leave a comment. We are here on the YouTubes. And all of these kind of interactions they help. All the engagement. If you share the video, if you post about the video somewhere else, somehow it knows. I don't know how, but it does. And it helps with the engagement, or so I've been told. So also, I just like hearing from you guys. And now I've been doing my lives. That's the other thing. The lives, right? I'm doing live readings. I'm doing tarot right now just because it can get messy with doing the tea leaves, getting them set up and stuff. I'm going to figure it out though. I'm going to do live tea and just talking to people in chat. I love talking to you guys. If you're not available for the live chats, definitely put this stuff in the comments. If you have questions, if you have, whatever, tell me today, right now, if you would be so kind to go in the comments here on this video and tell me what kinds of things are you interested in chatting about? Like, why are you here? What are you looking for? Is it like, are you looking for financial readings, general readings, just like whatever comes up? It's entertainment. And these are entertainment, by the way. Can you hear my stomach growling? My stomach is growling. I was out shoveling snow and now I'm like super hungry. But yeah, just let me know. Now, let's get started. We have Diana. Okay, this is the goddess of the moon, La Luna, the huntress, we have a bunch of snow. We got like a foot of snow. It's super cold here, and at night it just is blue with all of the shining, glimmering diamonds upon the snow there. And I just imagine this goddess, right? She's tall and lean and muscly and, well, toned maybe. She runs, she's swift, she's stealth, she's quiet, she's exacting, she's precise, right? And she is not a mother, not yet, right? She is in that first grouping of the triple goddess and the maiden. And she is the bringer of power, right? She is that thing that happens when, a girl starts to grow up and know herself a little bit. When you start to realize, I am power. I am capable. I can and I will do whatever I want, whenever I want, right? And hopefully we align our convictions with, maybe having a positive impact, a holistic impact on our communities. And therefore, we do whatever we want, but we don't want to hurt other people. We don't want to make other people's lives harder. We don't want to make our own lives harder. We don't want to destroy the things around us, including the land and so on and so forth. And hopefully we're aligned with this kind of thing, right? Well, here we have, you can see a person here. You can see another person here. You see the moon here, kind of on this little pulpit kind of thing. And then we have another person over here who seems to be kicking something. And it's up, 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 up. Now, to me, it feels as though there was a time in your life where maybe you were in love, young, in love, enthralled. And maybe it was so intense and enduring, and maybe it was for years. Maybe it was, like you grew up together, or it was always a crush, or, whatever it is. And I feel like then at some point, not during your relationship with this first person, but sometime in the near future, right after that relationship, maybe a couple years or so, you meet somebody and I feel like you get married, right? Or you have a family, or you move, you get serious, right? You get together, you get real serious. This is your person, you're partnering, and so on and so forth. But there's always that other person, right? There's always that other person. And I feel like there's just a sense of watching one another. And maybe it is. It's like Facebook, right? Or, whatever social medias you use. And you can kind of passively see maybe what's going on with them. Maybe not. Maybe you just look for traces of them on the internet or whatever. You hope to hear something about them from a friend or. And so I feel that there's always like this certain amount of resistance in you. Even if like this was 45 years ago, right? But you're still, the candle still burns for them. And this other second relationship, I don't know if that one is still happening or not, but I feel like there's always almost kind of been this third person in the relationship. Because you dream about them. You think about them. You think even, what would they think of this? Would they like this? Are they thinking about me? Where are they right now? And you haven't talked to them in 20 years maybe. I don't know what we do in these situations. But I know for you, this is a person that I want to say you became, or you were becoming awoken with. Like maybe they gave you a book or they showed you a video or, you used to sit and, smoke in the park and talk about conspiracies or whatever, right? You were initiated right alongside each other. And there's something profound there. And so, I usually say, don't go looking. Don't go looking. Don't go looking. Don't do it, because it always lets you down. But in this case, Cancer, gosh. In this case, I feel like there's something to be written. There's work. There's work here. And I do feel you coming near each other once again. Now, I don't know that this is going to be a romantic, reoccurrence. Not by any means. It could be, but I would, who knows? I don't know. Maybe I'm a romantic, but I'm also a little bit of a cynic. And I'm also like really, I don't know, man. I guess I don't go back, right? Usually. I don't think I have. I can't think of any time I've like gone back to a relationship. I don't think so. I mean, I've had on again, off again, of course, but I don't know. But there are certain times and certain people, right? They just don't fit the same parameters. And this is maybe one of those moments. And let me emphasize, you might be married. You might have like great grandkids. Like you have no aspirations of like hooking up or anything like this. I just feel like there's something there for you to create. Maybe with this person, or maybe they're your muse. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they are your muse. Muse. It feels profound. Let me just say that. It feels profound. So that's going to be happening. Now, there will be probably, here's the thing. I feel like you have, I'm sorry, my stomach is growling. I feel like things have been it's like writer's block kind of vibes. I feel like everything you're doing, you feel like it's not working. And you're getting frustrated. You're getting maybe kind of, you've been, not depressed necessarily. Maybe depressed. I mean, who is not depressed these days? But I say that as, like major depression or whatever. I was diagnosed when I was 20, maybe like I was like 20. I feel like I'm so old that it was a whole different name for it. It was like, it's not manic depression. I think that's bipolar, but major depression or clinical depression or whatever. Long depression, whatever but I don't know, whatever. We won't talk about this. I'm going to go down a rabbit hole. I don't know that it's been like super depressed feeling, but like, that just cruddy, maybe grumpy, maybe just kind of, I don't even want to be like putting in the effort because it's not working anyways. That kind of vibe, right? And here's the deal. My love, my sweetheart, my Cancer friend. It's just, this is one of those times where I don't like being that person that's like, just got to pull yourself up by the bootstraps, type of deal. No, that's not, I don't want to tell anybody that, but guess what? I feel like this is a time where you're really going to have to go hard, right? And you're really going to have to get in there, do the things that we have. I have a person here who's kicking the 3 things. I also have a person over here who's like looking up. We have what looks like the omega, which is the, last letter of the Greek alphabet. And it's the last, right? It means end. And we have another person over here whose hand is kind of raised to the sky and they're running. And over here, we have a person atop, right? It looks like some kind of beast. Here's the person here. So coming into a place of power, success, okay? We also have the star. You have to look at it like this. The star. So a goal, okay? So to me, it really is, there will be 3 very intense, religious, spiritual, synchronistic, magic, whatever it is, whatever you feel you want to call it, however you experience it, if paranormal, high strangeness, whatever. Intense dreams, visions, whatever. Downloads, all the things. I feel like there will be 3 of them. Very unmistakable. But to get to this point, you're going to have to start really, really pulling yourself out of that cruddy feeling, faking it till you making it. Maybe, I don't know. Again, not something I love to tell people, but I mean, come on, it's life. We're all freaking faking it. It's all made up. Guess what? Nothing is empirical. It's all made up. Everything has been made up. So you have to go kind of hard. You got to pull yourself out of it. You have to remember, dude, you are the magician. You are the architect of this life that you lead. This reality. You're the, woman, man, whatever, but you're the one. You're the one. Nobody else is the one. You're the one. You are perceiving and experiencing this life on all levels. You're the one that makes the rules, dude. Now, there are external rules, of course. But they're just, follow the rules, yeah. Follow the laws, at least. That's what I'm going to promote here. Follow the laws, right? But refer back to what I just said. Everything is made up. So we have to decide, right? And this is important as we are getting into these places where it's like my life is not working right now. Everything feels out of balance. It's just not sticking. It's not getting momentum. It's not, I just can't seem to catch a break. Baby, it's time to shake it off. Sleep. Eat right. Whatever right means for you. Drink lots of water. Get some fresh air. Try to get some sun for a couple minutes a day. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes if you can. Be careful doing that. And I just mean I don't know how I feel about sunblock. I don't know. You can tell me in the comments what you think. But, whatever. Get it all on your schedule, doing the routine stuff. So you're getting back in balance in those ways, right? And then you're pulling yourself out of this cruddy feeling. Things feel misaligned. It feels like the universe is going after you. It's not. It's offering you lots of options all the time. So you're going to have to do that part. You're going to have to unstick yourself. And as that happens, these 3 things will appear to you, will show you, will offer you guidance, keys to the universe. And so as you take that and you make it into something, I see this ascension, this feeling of power and success. And it's all coming together for you in this time. With the moon energy so strong as well, it tells me that this is a time for you to be creating something and employing it, right? So if you're if you're into manifesting, if you're somebody who does, some kind of magic of some kind, practical or otherwise, if you are somebody who prays, okay, if you're somebody who is actually you're building some kind of physical thing, you're an artist, you have a business, whatever, within your work, there is a space here for you to really kind of ride on that success energy. So use it well, be mindful of it. Now we're going to look over here. It looks like, again, we have the crab, we have the house, we have the star, we have a moon again, a person carrying the moon. We have 2 other people in front of them, and it feels to me like there's almost a need to also temper all of this with some fun. I think that's another thing that's missing here, is that you have not been feeding yourself. I don't mean food necessarily, but you have not been giving yourself the experiences or the maybe media, maybe you're somebody who gets inspired by reading or listening to music or going and seeing music or whatever it is. And you have found so many reasons not to do these things, even though you love them and they love you, by the way. And you kind of have to carve that time out for yourself. It's not going to be handed to you. Even if it were, you would probably find an excuse not to do it. And I'm not saying, we all are busy. I'm the same way. As I'm saying that, I'm as guilty, because I'm always like, well, I'd like to, but my daughter had, everything is kid related here. Work or kid related, which is fine. But sometimes, we got to carve out a little time to do the things that we know we need to do. And sometimes it's going out and it's dancing with our friends. It's going and, watching a funny movie with a friend in a theater, or with your spouse, or going to dinner, or, whatever it is, going out. I really want to go snowshoeing. This, next weekend, I think is when I have time. Next weekend, maybe, and not just like dreaming about it, but doing it. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's the big thing here, is that you gotta also be feeding yourself with experience, with sensation and impressions and all these kinds of things. All right. We are going to do our 3 lucky numbers and then we're out of here. I got to get ready to, I'm going to live stream in a little bit here. Number 96, number 85, and number 38. All right. Beautiful. Well, Cancer, I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for being here with me. It's always such a pleasure. If you want to like, subscribe, or leave a comment, I'd love to hear you or hear from you. Also hear you, but hear from you. And yeah, I love you.